Good evening, YouTube. This is Gabe Medina. Just here this evening. I wanted to talk about law of attraction. Thought maybe I'd get on and on this. Be put this on one of my series. Just gonna go ahead and talk about it. Maybe explain on this board real quick. So basically, what is the law of attraction? Um, I I learned from Bob Proctor when I first started my spiritual journey. I started off with like trying to self improve myself. So what I did is I went ahead and looked at that, and he was like, "Wow, like I'm doing this to myself habitually because I'm programmed that way, right?" So basically, what you think you create. Right. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. Okay. What you think you create. So if you think you're an ugly person, you think you're not doing well, you're not doing X, Y, and Z, and like whatever it is you think, you're gonna create that. And that's why like people that say they're sick, they end up getting sick because they keep thinking they're creating that their own little purgatory for themselves because that's what the mind thinks what's going on, but it can't really tell. It's just basically taking thoughts in orders. Now you're creating this image of yourself in lack, right? In lack. So you're gonna come off as being real desperate or being real like, oh my god, oh my god. So you're gonna attract somebody in the same vibration as you, and then you're gonna be like, this is not the person I want to be with. Why do I keep getting the same person? Or even if you're dating, or even if it's a job or something, it's because you are programmed to feel that way. Because for one, you create what you think you create, what you feel you attract, right? Okay, what you imagine you become. So if you imagine yourself being a certain way, but you're not, like, let's say I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want to be this. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry about that, my language, but let's say you don't want to do a lot of things. You don't want to be. Well, the universe is going to give you more of what you don't want because it doesn't know the difference. So if you emphasize on things you don't want, it's going to think you want them. So it's going to give you more emphasis. I don't want to go to jail. Well, you're gonna go to jail because he wants you to feel like you don't want to go to jail. So that feeling you get when you're saying it is what you're actually gonna get. You see, so be careful what you think, because you will attract that in your life, and you don't want to do that. You want to attract goodness, so you have to um, think positive and have those positive shifts and be like, I'm a good person. I can get whatever I want. I can do this. I can do that. Whatever. One of the third don't matter. You will attract the same energy that you're producing in yourself because the inside will always project the outside. Law of the universe, it will. How you feel is what you're gonna get. Haven't you ever noticed, like, if you're into a you ever notice you had a friend and he has a bunch of friends that are like they've been in prison or they've been anywhere. Like, I'm not saying that that's, or they do habitual habits, or um, they're just kind of like the same. Well, it's because they're doing the same stuff. So like if someone goes to prison, they go back. That's a program that they have that keeps making them do that unless they change the paradigm. They have to change here. Okay. So if you imagine something, whether you imagine it that you don't want to be that, and you say, I don't want to do this, I don't want to be that, but then you become that because you imagined it too much. Always think positive, never think negative, and always imagine good thoughts in your head. Only good thoughts. Okay. Right now, when you're a little kid, from I would say from 1 years old to 13 years old, the surroundings, the people, the friends, the parents, the environment, basically sum up the personality you're gonna have because these are the people you're around, the environment you're around, and you're gonna create the same paradigms as these people because your mind, when you're younger, especially when you're between 1 and 5, is basically at any given time in a state of theta. So like anything that you've been told, you believe it. That's why kids are like, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. But if you're giving these kids um, negative stuff, they're not going to be empowered because you're showing them a negative aspect. So they're going to turn like that. So environment, you're a product of your environment. But before then, you were a perfectly human being. So that's why a lot of people that live in the impoverished areas, they keep living there because their paradigms need to shift. Their mind, they're programmed to redo the same cycle. You have to learn how to program yourself out of that situation. Okay. Um, you want to be the energy that you attract. So if you want a beautiful life, you want a nice house, beautiful family, you want everything that you want that you've ever dreamed for, you have to absolutely be that energy. So positive, know you can do it, have faith in yourself, know that you are going to do it, and that's it, with conviction. Your heart knows that, tells your brain that, and that's it. Your brain don't know better, you know? Have you ever like you seen somebody like eat something bad or get burnt, and you're like, oh, you twitch too, because your mind thinks that that's what's going on with you, but it's not. You see? So like, if you're around people that are negative and they keep saying this, it's because you're not negative. You may catch that because that stuff's contagious. You don't want to be like that. So try to be around positive people. Get away from the people that are gonna make you a bad version of yourself, because realistically, you want to be the best version of yourself. You don't want to be this version of yourself that is half of what you can do, because God put you on here, on this earth, the universe put you on this earth, whatever your belief is, to be the best version of yourself, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to be the best version of yourself. So again, law of attraction. You create you create the reality you want, and you attract the people in that reality. And if you imagine stuff too much, that's what you become. So be careful how you think and what you say also as well. You only want to say positive things, because negative things float around the universe, and you want to be a very positive person, okay? So like here, you see the little I drew a little kid here, right? Well, this kid here is in theta, in the state of theta. All the information, you see how it's just all formaldehyde surrounding everything? And those are going to set the paradigms, the habitual habits that it's going to create. And so when you get older, you stay like that. But good news, people. You can create new paradigms. You can create new paradigms. And I'm going to show you. You know, not enough time today. I'm just making a quick video. It's kind of late. Go ahead and check with me in a few days. I'll have how to change the paradigms so that you can attract the life that you want.